Hi guys, welcome back to Just Ali and Dave. Anyway, so I made a long video like a little while ago, like a couple months ago, of me making an iced chocolate with a sachet, but not everybody owns hot chocolate sachets, obviously. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make hot chocolate / iced chocolate without a sachet. So let's do that today. Okay, so your first ingredient is going to be cocoa. If you do not for some reason have cocoa, I'm pretty sure you can also use organic cocoa. Next, you're going to go in with your sugar. I use white sugar. Then you are going to get your kettle and you are going to start boiling this. But now, depending on how much water you have in your kettle, it will stop at a different time. So, for example, if it's close to the top, maybe leave it in for about 1.5 minutes. Leave it in about halfway, so halfway before it stops. Because if you're going to turn this on and then wait till it's completely finished, you actually are able to break these glasses and they will completely shatter. So you're going to only do it halfway. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get a glass. Then you're going to get your cocoa powder. Normally I roughly eyeball this, but since I'm actually recording and showing you how to make this, you use about 1.5 teaspoons of cocoa powder. And then if you don't think that's enough, just add a little bit more. So now you're gonna take the lid off. I'm gonna add in my cocoa powder. So it doesn't have to be level if you don't want it to be, but I'm going to make it level. Okay, so you're gonna do 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. And that is plenty. Next, you're going to add your sugar. So with the sugar, once again, I like adding maybe just a little bit more cocoa powder, a bit more sugar than cocoa powder, but you can also add less less sugar than cocoa powder, the same amount, not at all. It will just taste different every time, depending on the amount you add. So I'm gonna do 2.5 teaspoons. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons today of this. 1, 2, and it will look like this. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to get a spoon and you're going to grab your cup and you're going to mix this together so it's got sugar and the cocoa mixed together instead of separated. Once you're done, it should look something like this. Next, you'll grab your kettle and you're going to put it on and then turn it off about halfway so you do not break the cup. Okay, I'm turning the kettle on. I've turned my kettle off. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your kettle and you are going to tip about 1 inch of water in. Oh, frick. About that much. Roughly 1 inch of water. Next, what you're going to do is give this a really good mix to let absolutely all of the cocoa powder just dissolve in so that it's just not sticking to the bottom of the drink. So you're just gonna mix this in. And you're gonna occasionally check to see if there is any and scoop it up. You're gonna keep mixing, and if your water is not warm enough, you can put it back on for a little while, put a little bit more in to warm it back up, and then you keep stirring. Next, stop because we've gotten almost all of it out. You're just gonna keep stirring. Sorry, I've got more left. You're going to get a bowl. It doesn't really matter how much ice you use. You just roughly want it to fill up most of the remaining space. So I roughly filling up one of these small bowls with ice. My God. That much. Now you're gonna grab your drink back and you're gonna put your ice just straight in. I like covering it with my other hand so that it does not splash out at you because the water's still quite warm. So you're just gonna add, like this, all your pieces of ice. Like that. And I'm probably gonna add just a little, a few more. I'm just adding a couple more because, you know. I'd say about this much is good because it's just sticking out the top of the water. If you can see that. Once you see that sign, that's good. Like that's a sign that you just don't need to add any more ice. Next, you're gonna like mix that around a little bit to help the original chocolate, hot chocolate, cool down a little bit more. Now we are up to adding the milk. You can use pretty much any type of milk, like full cream, cream top milk, which I've got, long lasting milk, like no cream, like what's called lactose intolerant milk, like any milk will work for this. I'm gonna be using this cream top milk because it's got cream in it, so it makes it yummy. So now I'm gonna get my chocolate, hot chocolate, iced chocolate, whatever. You're just gonna tip it in and then till it's about full, about that high. Oh, got a little bit of spillage. And it looks really cool. At this point, you can give it another good stir, but I don't like to because I think it just looks really pretty. Like, of course, I'm gonna give it just like a little dabby bit like that. And yeah. Next, you could, of course, like just add a straw or whatever to make it more aesthetic. Add like cocoa powder on the top. Anything you want to decorate it or add a different taste to it to make it your own, like, your own. And then yeah, this is how you make an iced chocolate. And then of course, if you want to make a hot chocolate, just do the same steps in a mug, more hot water, a little bit of milk. Okay, I hope this helped you. Bye.